Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I have my review of October using my Cocoa Daisy kit. For October I used the Jade Webster's pages in the personal size. Absolutely love Webster's pages. I rarely go with anything else now. It's a nice size, it's not too wide, it's not too tall, the quality feels good. It's not leather, but I actually prefer it to leather. I love it. It's brilliant quality. Occasionally they get like a little mark on it, just comes straight out, so I will continue with Webster's pages for ages because I do love it. And the charm I have on at the moment is from last year's November kit, which was the one with the leaves, the autumn leaves. That's what I have this month, and it's have a look inside. So this is the autumn whimsy kit for October. I have set up my November section as well, so that's at the back. So this little tag, that's where that's from, November. But this is from October. I love this. I hope we get more like that. I love that idea. And these are just from previous kits I've had in the past. In the front there, I just keep stickers that I'm using. So usually that's what's come with the kit, plus anything I have from my stash that kind of matches the theme. So obviously I have the October cover as my front cover. Always try and laminate this so it's a bit stronger, especially when it's against this. It protects it a bit, and because it gets quite full, it stops the edges getting all like dogged and gross. And I usually use the hole strengtheners here as well. Not too strengthened holes, just because I like how it looks. I love this kit. It's probably one of my favourites. So here I just use a bit of that nice vellum, which I love. And a piece of the card there. This fairy was it from the free printables, or was it a die cut? I think it might be a die cut actually. I'm not sure, it feels quite thick, but it fit perfectly there, and I loved how that layered together. So that was my first sort of dashboard / divider thing. So that I love like that. So this is free printable, and this is just my anatomy of a planner. It's where I kind of plan out what I'm having in my planner for the month. So how I'm going to plan it out, what sections I'm going to have, what I'm going to use for each section, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to my planner. I don't know if I used the wrong size, but it came out a little smaller than it usually would. Doesn't bother me, it just was smaller than I planned it to be. And then I've all got the symbols on the back there, and I just write what they mean on the back, in case I'm not sure. So for the dividers I use, that was all my stuff falling off. Okay, so for my dividers I use this brown card and this spotty card. With my tabs on the side. So my first section I has as October goals / month at a glance. This is the first time really in a little while I decided to layer stuff on the dividers. So I use again a free printable, a couple of die cuts and washi tape, and I want to do that more often because I like how that looks. This is always my goals for the month. I normally have a maximum of 5 here, because then I use that for each week. Not that I have to do each week, but each week on a blank page I use as my breakdown of goals. I love the colours. And then my month on 2 pages, again, is probably one of my favourite pages to do. I just love all the pattern, all the colours. This bit of washi tape was from October last year with the pumpkins. It just matches perfectly. I don't tend to use that column because I kind of find it too narrow, so I just put a bit of washi tape in there. And then I just put in a few important little things to do, stickers for days off work or stuff that I need to remember. Most of the planning goes in the week on 2 pages, but it's a good sort of overview for the month. And then on the back is my kind of like forward planning, I guess. So I just do a line. I finished that for this year, and then that's all for next year. And I just have an idea. So I have a bullet journal, and each month in the bullet journal, I don't really write a diary or a journal in it, but I'll do like a monthly challenge. So I'll try and do a video on it one day. But like I've done 30 days of self-love, 30 days of gratitude. So I've just kind of planned out what they're going to be for the next 6 months. Because I thought I might try and add like a mini series to my channel about bullet journals, so I might try and do a setup for that one day, and sort of how I use that. Again, this is where I've laid it. So this was one of the pieces that had a fold in it, because now you get the big sheet rather than the small sheets. So I just put this little mushroom there with the fairy, which is a free printable again, sat on top. And I really like that actually. I'm definitely going to try and start layering my dashboards a bit more. I didn't do it on this page because I decided that was kind of busy enough as it was. So this section here are my weeklies, and this is where I use my laminator to make these dividers. I love doing this. It's just really time consuming, and it wastes a lot of laminating sheets because that's out of a big piece, but I can't get more than one out of a big piece. So I do like doing it, but I have not done it for November, but you'll see that when I put that up. So what I had done on here was the, what would you call it? Oh, it's the planner challenge, which I put on here as an idea to try to encourage me to do it a bit more. I always manage to keep up with it for the first like week or so, and then because I'm working and stuff, I just get distracted and I forget about it. But I try to do it as much as I can. I made a mistake here, so I just used some free printables and die cuts to kind of cover it up. It kind of isn't too bad. And then so on the back of this page is where I plan out social media. So my channel gets a good few amount of views, and I'm really grateful for that. I really want to build it though and make it more and more popular. So I'm really trying to make sure I get at least 2 or 3 videos up a month. I want to do more, so I kind of use this to make sure I've always got ideas going of what to do in another video. So this is where I do one of my goals. So where I have my section at the front with the goals for the month, I got eat healthy and join the gym. So that's what I plan on doing here. So I have joined the gym, so I have done that goal. I know you've probably heard me saying that for the last however long. I have now done it, and also plan on eating healthier again. And then I have my week on 2 pages, and this is where I'll do my main planning, so stuff that's going on that week. That I did something there that I didn't like, so I used a free printable to cover it. You wouldn't even know. And then what I do is I make this into Saturday. I cover it where it says Sunday with a weekend sticker, and then make the back page Sunday, because I do more on Sunday than I do during the week. The daily to-do pages I don't use an awful lot of, but I use them occasionally. So I just write out a few, like when I've got plans to do, I put those in there. And then I have one of those sections for each week, and it's the same each month. Some I use less, so I keep having this section, ideas for business. I made a few of my own planner pages, and I wanted to start an Etsy shop, but I needed to get some more sort of inspiration, because I was using photography that we'd done ourselves as some artwork in the pages, but I need to do a lot more before it's ready for me to start on Etsy. So I was trying to get ideas. And again, I've got my planning for the week, then my Sunday stuff. Basically it's the same every week. I wanted to show you this actually, because I was really pleased with this. This is a bookmark. I used the free printables again, and I just cut it out and layer the back with a piece of card. And then all I do is I just get a stitch, I do a stitch all the way around the outside, and that just finishes it off. It stops the edges getting frayed or dog-eared, but also I like how it kind of looks professional, I think. And then I normally just stick a stick on the back to hide the loose ends, put the sticky notes on there as well, and the paper clip is from a few years ago, I think, but I thought it went with it quite well, and I just tuck that in there. I like how that looks. And then I've got my Halloween plans, quite exciting. Don't normally do Halloween, it's not that big a thing over here very often. I never really did it growing up, occasionally dressed up and things, but this year, like since we have our own house, we're going to do a murder mystery party, so I need some ideas for that, which I've been doing. Again, my week on 2 pages is what I meant. I just put my ideas, things I got to do in, and then Sunday again, and then finally I've got our last week. I found these little fox stickers in the range, and I love them, so I've been using those. And then obviously the last week again. And then sometimes I put a few of the daily to 2 pages in the back in case I need them. I tend to now keep these just on my desk in case I just need to jot down a few things to do. And then the last page I made is like a shaker thing. I used a hot glue gun this month for down the edges, and it worked really well, apart from it came unstuck. So I've had to do a makeshift bit of washi taping to hold it all in. But again, I used the sequins and things that came with the kit, and a couple of free printables and some spare card. And then on the back, again, more free printables, some more post-it notes. I like having those around in case I need to write a couple of bits down, and then just hole punch the sides. What I really need is one of those fuse tools, because the trouble is some of the smaller sequins can come out of these holes. Not been too much of a problem, but it can be. One thing I did make that I had taken out because it didn't work very well, I have got it still here, is this bookmark. So I don't know if you can see, but it's got that vellum on it, and it looks quite nice. Like in person, it looks really nice. And then on the back, I've just got some card. However, the reason I'm not using this is because I used that little packet of glitter, the one that was for subscribers, and it worked really well to start with. But again, I had hot glue gunned the edges, and it dried clear, and it worked really well until they became unstuck. I opened up my planner and in my bag, and there was a puddle or a huge big spillage of glitter everywhere. And glitter is one of those things you just can't get it out. So as much as I liked this bookmark, which wasn't hole punch or anything, it just sat in my planner, it's getting glitter everywhere already. So it has just been sat in a pot on my desk because that's gone everywhere already. So that's why I'm not using that. Oh my god, it is everywhere. Yeah. That actually was a really good example of why I'm not using it. Oh my goodness. So if anyone's got an idea on how to use glitter without it going everywhere, I did try actually one thing which didn't work. I tried to put hot glue along these lines and I put glitter over that, but it didn't work as well. The other little section dividers I'll just show you, and the trouble is, because I've made my November kit, it's kind of all mixed into one now, but I'll show you because it's part of October, was I made another tab. That's not that one, not that one. Yeah. So I made a section for trackers. Again, I layered the dashboard there, which I haven't finished. So what I often do is just write a little smiley face or whatever in another planner, and then I'll go back and colour this all in afterwards. So I put the trackers in there. You can see my sleep tracker I have not used. home, I've got at the moment contacts and things in there. I'm also made, I haven't put it in yet, but I've made a house ideas and things left to do with the house. Again, it's going to go in there. Also these little packets for receipts and things. A hobby section, which again I have done a little bit. So again, this is just using a week on one page that I had left over as an exercise tracker, although I'm not necessarily doing that now, I've joined the gym, but it's in there anyway. This writing challenge one, it's using a free printable, and what I've done here is I just opened it up in a PDF and typed over the top of it. I am writing a book and I'm aiming for 60,000 words, so every time I do a chunk I just write, like each box is 150 words give or take, so I kind of just round it up and do that. So it lets me see how far I'm getting with that. And I also had a couple more, I haven't cut them out and used them yet, but they're all going in there as well. This work set, I called it work, it's more that business ideas thing that I was talking about. I haven't really got anything in there at the moment, just a few ideas, but that's as far as I've got. I need some free time before I can do that. And then I have these Webster's Pages little pocket things. They haven't got anything. Basically, if I decide to use my planner as a purse, I can put my cards and things in there. And that is where my library card went. Didn't know where it was. I've still got train tickets in here from last November, so I need to take those out. And then I just put in the back here my notepad, the pen. This was the October one. It's run out and I can't change the ink because I can't get that to come off no matter how hard I try, so now it's just for decoration. And I also just have in the back here, if it will come out, like a washi sampler thing. I made this when I went camping because I wanted to take washi tape with me without having to lug a load of washi tape around. So it's literally just a piece of card laminated with washi tape wrapped around it, but I kind of went for all the what would you call it, like autumny, naturey themed ones. That's why I've kept that in here, because again, if I'm out and about, I'm not going to take my washi tape around with me, so that's a good way of doing that. But that is my setup for October, and then November is in there too, but that will be a separate video because I have an unboxing that's already up, a plan with me that will be up in the next few days, and at the end of the month again I will do a review just like this of how I used it, because I did it a bit different, which has been quite fun. So if you want to see, make sure you follow or subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. Like I said, I'm going to try and do more and more videos, so I don't mind if you want to watch them all, it's always helpful. But thank you very much for watching and I hope you enjoyed.